Welcome to another edition of From a Third Eye View on Pi Radio, hosted by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note, and I'm here with my two regular co-hosts.
That's me, Jay, from Day.
Bloodstone, Mr. I've seen more in a night than you've seen in your life.
And you will be getting video clips of this also. But salute to everybody who's tuned in and salute to everybody who'll be listening back as well. But a lot's happened this weekend, so let's get straight into it. Obviously, Stroll with a big grin over there on his face. I don't even want to look at you in that shirt.
Oh, God.
I don't even want to look at you in that shirt.
Come on, back to him.
I don't want to look at you in that shirt. So obviously, let's start. Why are you pointing at the camera? Let's start Anfield with Liverpool beating City.
Let's talk about it.
3-1. You know what?
Talk.
You the Liverpool fan, so you give us your perspective on it. Then we'll give the non-biased perspective.
I'm assuming you watched the game.
Yeah. I watched the game.
I just want to know your opinion on something.
Go on.
The VAR incident. Let's just jump straight into it.
All right, let's get straight to it.
So,
Go on.
when I first seen it,
Yeah.
I thought it's a stonewall penalty.
Yeah.
And it should be a penalty.
Yeah.
Then, when you look at the actual Premier League rules and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, as an attacking player,
Yeah.
just wait.
Yeah, I'm
and
listening.
you'll understand
There you
what
go.
I'll get to in a
There you
second.
go.
If your arm's in an unnatural or unnatural position as an attacking player, if it touches your arm, it's automatically a free kick.
Right.
We've seen it in the Tottenham game against City right at the beginning of the season when Gabriel Jesus scored the winner because it hit Laporte's arm even though it wasn't in an unnatural position.
Yeah, I hear what you're
They
saying.
ruled it off. It blatantly hits Bernardo Silva's arm first.
It did hit Bernardo Silva's arm.
So even if VAR would have went, there's the penalty, they're pulling it back for the free kick anyway.
But they say it was, I can't remember it was, but it was on Match of the Day because I watched Match of the Day again, obviously, after to catch up with all the Saturday games, and I watched the Sunday one because it went straight into it. And it says what was the rule? Something like if your arm is in an unnatural position, but you're going at a certain speed, it was something along those lines.
Yeah, but
something along those lines. They let it slide. So Bernardo Silva was going at such pace, it wouldn't have technically been handball. They wouldn't have pulled that back.
No.
And if it was handball to...
Nah, they were talking about the Trent one for that. This is what I'm saying. So because he was running back and he was stopping, that's where they've turned around and said it. Whereas if they'd have just turned around and said what the actual Premier League rule was, there's no issues. But this is the problem with VAR. They love controversy.
Messed up. Like Silva's, because of the pace to me, and I'm not even being biased here, because of the pace Silva's going at, to me, that's not handball.
Nah, I don't think it's handball either.
Silva's is not handball. He's going at pace. He catches up. He was falling over. He's skilled, but he's not that skilled.
But this is the thing I don't get is when you turn around and say Trent's arm's not in an unnatural position. It is.
This is blatant.
You know what it is, though? It is. But as a defender, you're taught, keep your hands by your side or behind your back.
Yeah, that's true.
And my whole view on it is it's borderline match fixing. Yeah, borderline match fixing. I'm going there. I went there. It's borderline match fixing. Because you know what though, and I want to see what you've got to say on this, Joe. Yeah, because let's go back a little bit to Champions League final last year.
Yeah, Sissoko's is exactly the same.
It's exactly the same. So I know you on that night you weren't like, oh no, that's not handball. Yeah, you wanted that one. Yeah,
Nah, it's harsh.
You got that one.
I said this.
But at the end of the day, yeah, handball's handball.
Trent.
Handball's handball.
The thing is, Trent was so blatant that in real time I screamed handball.
Yeah.
I'm like handball. I screamed out handball in my house.
You see, that's my point, and this is why.
Blatant handball.
And this is the whole problem with VAR is there's just no consistency, and this is what I don't understand. It's like if they genuinely, and this isn't. Forget that it's Liverpool, City, all that shit. Let's just put two average teams, two normal teams, doesn't matter who they are, right? Like I was trying to say, is regardless whether Bernardo Silva was running at pace or Trent was running at pace, whatever, it hits Bernardo Silva's arm first, then it hits Trent's arm.
Yeah.
Bernardo Silva's arm isn't in an unnatural position, but the rule is if it's an attacking player, it hits your arm, it's a free kick. My issue is when they turn around and say that Trent's arm's not in an unnatural position, it is the most unnatural position you'll ever see from a defender. It's that.
And I've been saying this exactly. It's blatant handball.
So what? I don't understand. If they've checked it and they're not talking about Bernardo Silva's one, that's fine. It has to be a penalty. Don't get me wrong, it's benefited us, but it has to be a penalty.
Well, that's the thing is with VAR is what I've said from the jump and how it should be used. I keep saying it and I'll say it again. What is an unnatural position to you might not be to me.
That's why it needs to be done by refs.
Exactly.
And even ex-players.
I like that idea you had where you was like, it has to be a set number of refs because then at least there will be consistency. I agree.
If we get like an elite group of refs, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Let me think some old school refs. Get Uriah Renes and them man there, yeah. You know what I mean? And then even that one who does it on BT and you know what I'm saying? No, get all of them man there because they probably just sit at home watching the matches. Yeah. They're probably watching the matches, reffing them themselves. Do you know what I mean? They're probably thinking, imagine I had this in my day. Do you know what I mean? No, you might as well get how many of them ever of them you want? Probably 10. All right, we'll have to get 10 just in case there's 10 matches on the one day. And they're all watching each match and they're all. But you know, at the same time, because it's not done at the ground, is it? They're officiating somewhere else.
Stockley Park.
So they don't even need to travel to the matches and that and all that. They need a set group of refs, elite group. Yeah. And by the way, that referee adds a joker. I always think he's a joker. That man. He looks like a supply teacher. He looks too young to deal with the matter. Yeah, he does. He looks
like if you walked into your classroom as a supply teacher.
You dash something at him. You dash something at him in it. You know what I mean? Yeah, he looks like a supply teacher. You know what it is? Pressure games. I've noticed not just that game. He gets a bit pressure, and I just think as well. Lastly, he's got a bit of a home advantage with that decision because I think
if that's at the A he had, that's getting given.
Yeah, I think even if that bounces off, I don't know, Kyle Walker's hand. Yeah, I think that's penalty straight away.
That was a good whistle.
Straight away. That was a bad boy whistling it. Bad boy whistling it. You know what I'm saying? That's the one for the kids. Stop. But no, that's what I'm saying. I think if that gets given straight away, if that bounces off Kyle Walker's hand, and then also it's. Don't get me wrong, it was a very good game of football, but it's kind of spoiled the match if you think about it.
It would, because City did start well. They started very well. They weren't on top, but they looked the more likely to create chances. And I want to ask you this because, was it Gary Neville was the one who was very critical about Fabinho's first goal, saying that Bravo should have saved it. And at first when I seen it,
I think he should.
I thought it flew, and then I seen it again, and I'm 50-50 on it. I don't know.
Edison saves that.
You reckon Edison saves? You reckon a top keeper saves?
I reckon Kyle Walker saves that, brother.
Genuinely, yeah. So
it's not at a bad height. It's not top bin, and it's not on the floor.
It has gone at pace though. But it's not gone in the corner.
Yeah, it has gone at pace, but. Yeah. I think Edison saves that. Yeah. I think Edison saves Salah's header, and I think Edison saves Mane's header.
Yeah, seriously.
Mane's header. All 3 goals.
100%.
Yeah. Salah's header went amazing. Don't get me wrong, he did very well to get that on target from positioning his body.
Put the hair in that.
Yeah, he's licking
in that game. He's saving that. Alisson saving that. Oblak saving that.
Yeah, when you put the top keepers in.
Come on,
saving them.
Yeah, Kyle Walker.
And that might be a bit of ring rust from my man because he's not played a lot. He's not
played a Premier League game in 18 months.
There you go. I didn't even know that. He's a backup in it. You know what I mean?
The last game he played was his Community Shield, which don't get me wrong, he had the game of his life because Salah let him have the game of his life. Salah was just off that game, and to be honest, like watching the game, that was the Salah I know, the Salah where he's got a point to prove. He looked phenomenal yesterday.
I don't know. I think honestly, I think as much as you were good, City were.
And they were
average.
And the thing is with City, one thing you never associate with them or Pep Guardiola team is them not being clinical in front of goal.
Yeah.
And they created enough. Not like I'm not saying like clear cut chances, but I'm saying just opportunities.
Enough chances.
And having the ball in good spaces.
They created enough chances for a top team.
Yeah, but that was the first half. Did you see the stats in the second half?
That was the stats saying in the second half.
60-40% possession to us.
I think the game was done.
When do you ever see that from a Pep Guardiola team?
When you went a goal up, I pretty much thought, this game's done.
Yeah, it was. You could see it in them.
I didn't think that City had it.
I just didn't understand Guardiola's tactics. I just don't.
You know what? Thank you said that because me and Flawless were just having that conversation.
Because this is what I don't understand, Jeff. It's like, you look at De Bruyne, he's known for drifting out to the right-hand side a bit and just whipping that ball in constantly. Why is he playing as a second striker? He's never played there before.
Do you know what it is with me? From the get-go, when I seen that lineup, I ain't going to lie, I thought, unless City get a quick goal, they're going to be under a bit of pressure. I don't understand the whole Fernandinho at centre-back if you've got a centre-back on the bench.
I get what you're saying because we were speaking about it. And one thing I did expect from Pep in this game was for him to spring some form of surprise. Yeah. So I didn't expect. So whether it was a 3 at the back, it was a 3-5-2.
Yeah, but look how well that worked for Ollie.
Or 4-2-4 or something.
Yeah, but look how well that worked for
Ollie.
That's
true. You make some good points for a Liverpool fan.
No, you know what? No, we set. You know what I've noticed? We set a blueprint. Yeah. No one's followed it.
Genk did. So when we played Genk in the Champions League,
I know.
So when we played Genk in the Champions League, we went 1-0 up half time. They changed it and went 3 at the back, 2 wing backs. and it was an open game. So this is what I don't understand. And you look at that. Why would you not play Otamendi? Because Fernandinho's not a natural centre back. Yeah. John Stones needs all the help he can get
in the world.
You know what the thing is though.
And Otamendi would shore that up. So then you go to Angelino. All right then. Yeah. I'm not going to leave you exposed 1-on-1 because if he does come, we've got someone there to cover him, and then Fernandinho's behind him on both sides. Kyle Walker, you push forward. Stop Trent and Robertson coming forward, which is our main supply of attack.
You know what he could have even done?
I like that. I think he should have went with it.
He could have even played Kyle Walker centre back and Cancelo right back. You've played Walker right back.
Cancelo should have started left back because that Angelino had a terrible game.
Why did Mendy not play?
Oh, Mendy's broke, man.
But I think you make a valid point that it works so well for United staff and no one in the Premier League has tried it since. I never realised that.
Back in the day, that used to happen, you know.
Yeah, as soon as a team seen something work against the top side, everyone would be. It's like when Arsenal was soft. Everybody just did the same thing.
Start just bullying them, innit? We'll just start kicking it up and to the striker and feeding off it. But it works. Do you get what I mean?
That's true.
I don't know why no one else has had that light bulb flash in the head and go, wait, United, how poor they are.
And they did work for them.
And got a draw.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
But this is Pep's ego. And he's shown that yesterday.
You know, I think, no.
He lost his head.
He's terrified, man. He's terrified because I was saying this on the way here as well. He's got his plan A works so good that he doesn't really have a plan B. Do you get what I mean?
You were saying that like 99.9% of the time plan A works.
What he does works.
So it's like plan B he's not got. But I'm just very shocked he didn't spring some
like,
form of surprise.
After half time then it's like, all right, half time, 2-0 down. Yeah. Am I going to make a sub? He didn't make a sub. I thought, all right, yeah, so you give him time to prove, innit? But it was late. He made the changes late.
And it's like, and this is what, and sorry to cut you off, this is what I hate as a manager. Your team's losing. One goal in that game puts us under pressure.
That's true.
Why are you bringing Aguero off and bringing Jesus on? You go two up top.
Yeah, you go two up top.
Do you know why?
Two up top. You sacrifice a defender because you're already getting beat. You go two up top, or you sacrifice a holding midfielder.
Do you know why though? I could tell. I watching that, I thought he's not fit. He's not fully fit.
Who, Aguero?
Yeah, you don't bring off. The only reason he brings off Aguero there is because he's not fully fit. He wanted him. He knows he's about 80%. He's about 80%. He's thinking, right, you know what? 80% Aguero can still get me a goal. Yeah. You get what I mean?
Even though he looked sharp, because I rate him very highly, he wasn't his like clinical self.
But do you know what? I'll give you one point about Aguero. You know,
yeah, go on.
When you need a goal from him, when you're down, he's not really the man for a goal. When you're down, you know. When it's 0-0, maybe, but when you're a goal down,
he's not. You don't think he's the man?
I don't think he's the man for that.
Especially not Anfield.
It'll score. When you're winning 1-0, 2-0, he'll start bagging.
But that goes back to the point of City when we were talking about the plan A working 99.9% of the time. 90% of the time, how often do they go a goal down?
How many other managers with that bench don't make a change at about 60 minutes?
The only one, Ollie. That's it.
Nah, I think he would. With that bench. Nah, honestly, with that bench, when he's looking round and he's got Mahrez and whoever, and he's making a change.
Yeah, but it's blatant the changes though, and that's what I don't understand.
Even if he just pulls Bernardo Silva back into the midfield, gets rid of Gundogan because you don't really need that. You got
to go for it at that point.
Yeah, you got to go for it. Throwing a Mahrez, throwing a
similar.
Yeah. Throwing a Mahrez, throwing a Jesus.
I like the idea of the 3-5-2 with Kyle Walker playing as one of the centre backs. I think that could have worked.
It could have.
Yeah, because of the pace, because of his pace.
Yeah, I think it could have worked. And then you play Otamendi, Stones, and then Fernandinho in the midfield with Rodri and say De Bruyne.
Because all what happens there is that back three.
I think we should manage, but go on, continue.
Yo, serious. You know, we've got about between me and you at least. I don't know. You're a football manager, man. Oh yeah, I'm backing there's about 300 years football manager experience in here.
No trophies there, you get me. Bad trophies.
When I'm playing the game and Welbeck's another manager and that,
you know
what I'm
saying? My players in it, all 2015.
So do you think it's done?
No.
I don't think it's done. The only
reason I don't think it's done because it's never been done this early. It's just not. It's so unpredictable.
The reason why I don't think it's done
because it's Liverpool.
Because it's Liverpool. That's one reason as well because it's Liverpool.
That's the reason I don't think it's done.
One, and number two, this City side, obviously we're looking at it now. If you put Laporte in that side, obviously it's a completely different side. They're more than capable of winning 10, 15 games in a row.
They've done it. Didn't you do this to him last year and then they went on a mad run?
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you had a game with them last year.
No. So
they are more than capable of doing that.
They did it for New Year to Christmas, but in that time they played us and beat us.
Yeah. Well, there was one that was on the run. Yeah. I remember. They just went on a mad run like that.
If you put, obviously we know the level of the manager.
They'll win the next few games. They'll probably batter the next team 6-0.
Chelsea, they've got Chelsea next.
They'll probably batter him.
But what's it called? But we've done that.
Yeah.
We've just gone on a 16, 17 game winning run.
But now, more so, now the pressure is not off City, but it's firmly on Liverpool now. Everyone's like,
it's
you're in a
Liverpool's
commanding
to lose.
position.
Yeah. You see,
and if this gets to Christmas and you're top still by 8-9 points, then it's...
That's where it gets sticky though, with that fixture pile up. That's where it gets sticky. That's one thing I've always said about your team. Your first 11 is banging, yeah? Any injuries or it's a bit...
And this is what I mean, so I'm telling you this right now. You will see Klopp sacrifice a lot of stuff you wouldn't expect him to sacrifice. So, for example, we've got Napoli in the Champions League in a couple of weeks, and then we've got away at whoever the other team is in our league. He ain't fielding strong teams.
Red Star it is. I was looking at it before.
He ain't fielding strong teams for them. Not a chance.
I think
not given the position we're in now. He would happily sacrifice the Champions League, everything else for this Premier League because he knows how much it means.
He might do, because already is what's it called, that World Club Championships, and you got to play 2 games in 2 days in 2 different competitions. It's already, obviously he's probably gonna, what's he gonna do? Is the other one the FA Cup or is it the league?
No, it's Carabao Cup. So basically what he said is
he's dead in that then.
Our under 23 manager is managing the game, and it'll be the same team that kind of played against Arsenal, which is just the kids.
Well, you know what then, that's kind of not a sacrifice. It is and it's not. Do you get what I mean? In the grander scheme of things, there's bigger fish to fry if you look at the Champions League and the league and potentially FA Cup, and you know what I mean. There's bigger fish to fry. But see, that's a thing. FA Cup's not even in yet, so the fixtures are going to build up.
And obviously we see. I don't think if Laporte's fit, they're 8 points behind. I don't think they lose at Norwich and things like that. Like I rate him that highly. So obviously, people say it all the time, but injuries does play a major factor in this type of thing. Yeah. But we'll see. But I've not seen one person. The only people I've actually seen say it's done are the pundits. You're a Liverpool fan, Joe. I didn't see you say it's done. I put it out on my social media.
I said this to you last. But I seen that. And
I put it out on my social media. Yeah. And everyone was like, nah, it's not done.
Because this is the point I wanted to get onto. Yeah. I'm seeing man like Liverpool were 12 points clear last season. No, we weren't. We were 8 points clear. We had the chance to go 11 points clear if we beat Chelsea. But if we beat City, but they had a game in hand.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's not. You understand is that when it comes to football, man, though. Yo, we don't care about the truth when the light's more entertaining. That's what it is.
I'm just trying to wind you up, brother.
I know what you're saying.
Because I wasn't even in it. They were just putting it, and I'm like,
I remember. That's why they're putting it.
Yeah. The thing is, I remember running around with that stat, like, and knowing that full well that City had a game in hand, but it's like, right, it's still 12 points in it. And people were like, somebody said it to me. A United fan was like, yeah, they had a game in hand. I said, don't let the truth get in the way of my jokes. I'm getting my jokes off, you feel me?
Anyway, can we move on?
Yeah, let's move on.
Welcome back to the football chat, boys. It's been a while. Welcome back to United fans. Nice to finally talk football with you.
Here we go, innit? I'm still, even though it was a good performance, it wasn't a great performance. And here's the thing, because United, our expectations are so low, we take anything.
Nah, but you see, that type of performance,
take anything.
That type of performance, I like that type of performance because we attacked.
We did attack,
We carried on that same. You know what? I thought. You know what? He's not gonna play the same as we did against that Partizan. You know what I mean? I thought he's gonna change it. He's gonna bring in this man and that man and rare. I'm glad Ashley Young was injured. Suspended or whatever.
He was suspended.
Because that kid, that Williams.
Sorry to cut you off. We actually had 21 shots with 11 on target. Have we even had 11 shots on target in our last 11 games?
Have you had 21 shots in your all season?
Yeah, I don't think we've had 21 shots in
But you know what? Do you know why? That's down to them two brothers. You can see there in our little, you know what I mean? We can see there. See Martial and Rashford.
The best light skin combination since Bad Boys.
Bro, man, it's 2019 Cole and York. Bro, remember I said that one, yeah?
Don't disrespect Lawrence and Smith.
Brother.
That's a big statement.
Don't disrespect Martin Lawrence and Will Smith.
I said it's the best dark skin, light skin combination since Bad Boys.
My man can't finish his dinner.
I'm telling a lie. You know who that is?
Can't finish his dinner. 6 goals in 6 games, brother.
Martial and Greenwood. That's the dark skin, light skin combination. That's the dark skin, light combination.
Actually, who said York and Cole then?
Me.
Right, because that's not actually a bad shout. Because how many chances did Andy Cole used to need before he'd score 1 or 2?
See, that's a
He'd
myth.
about 7 or 8.
That's a myth.
It's true.
Cole's a batsman, bro.
No, he is.
But it's still made by England pundits who wanted an excuse not to pick him.
Bro, it's a myth.
Bad boy striker.
I rated Andy Cole. I rated Andy
Listen,
Cole.
bro. Nah, you're gonna get me started, bro. See that goal record there? That's no penalties, brother.
Yeah, that is no
It's
penalties.
no penalties, brother.
Second highest in the Premier
With no
League.
penalties, brother. You get me?
Take the love and take the bias out. Believe me, he needed chances.
I can't take the bias out, brother. I'm just being real.
We just have to agree to disagree on that one. And I'm looking here, even though still. Oh yeah, shout out to Fred as well because he gets made a scapegoat a lot.
You know what?
And
Past
he gets a
few
lot of
games-
stick. And he's played better the last few games. And that game I watched it live. That was one of his best games.
It was that midfield metronome where he gets it. He drops deep to get it, and he's letting it off, and he's dropping. You know what I'm saying? Tackling and all that. He's showing it.
And he's a nuisance as well.
I felt sorry for Daniel James. He should have had about 4 or 5 assists, man.
The Rashford miss.
Like, come on.
The Rashford miss.
The on a
It's
play,
one of them. No, you know how I see it.
Yeah.
Watching United, I would rather see him. Some people will be like, "Huh?" When I say this, I'd rather see him miss them chances.
Yeah.
Because at least we're creating them.
That's one thing we haven't done.
We've
that
not
has been
created chances, bro.
Yeah,
my
that's
number
a great,
one
to be
major
fair, that is a
criticism.
great point. That is a
We've
great
not been
point.
creating chances. So even though, because obviously, if we're creating them chances and he's missing them, then all right, he just needs a bit of extra shooter
he's
training.
missing,
You know what I mean?
No, I don't even think it's that. I think it's his decision making.
No, it is.
There was a, you know, was it the Partizan game you just played?
Yeah.
There's a ball where it gets whipped in, and all he's got to do is put it to the near post, and the keeper's to the right, and the defender, and he tries bending it round them both into the corner when that's the shot to go.
You know what it is? It's one of them, yeah. Sometimes I think, boy, why are you doing that? And I know what it is. You see when you, all right then, Rashford when he first come through, he bags that. It probably bobbles in or something. Now he's like, you know, got a bit of height. He's going for the spectacular, I think.
Yeah, you know, he kind of reminds me of before he got to the level where he's at. Sterling, that was a major criticism of him. His finishing wasn't good enough. His decision making wasn't good enough. And I'm not saying Rashford will be of the level of Sterling. What I'm saying is that he can improve. Like people.
No, I
forget
definitely
this.
think he will.
I'm a big critic of Rashford because I think he has a lot of potential. But should he do better than what he's doing at times? Yeah, but people forget, even though he's been playing for 4 seasons, he is only 21, 22. So it's not.
You know what I put it down to him. I feel like Mourinho mismanaged him a bit.
That didn't help. It didn't help.
Mourinho didn't help him a lot.
It didn't help.
Get me confidence and all that. A lot of our players now are still
Lingard. Non-existent.
They're still.
The thing is with Lingard, he had his purple patch. He had
so you think that was it?
That was it. Like
that was my man's career.
We don't know his career.
No, not his career. Like no. What I'm saying is when he looks back, that's the time he's going to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing is with Lingard, it's not his fault. I've said this many a time. I think I've said this on here on previous shows. United squad is a squad full of squad players. Lingard is a fantastic squad player to come in, but when you're relying on him to be your first number 10 or your first right-sided player over a season-long period, that's the issue. Do
you know what it is with him?
He can come in for 3-4 games and do a job and dance at the Emirates. Shout out to Lingard for that. I love the fact that he danced at the Emirates twice. Like when he was in that mode, like.
But you know why? All right then. Think about. See, all right then. Think about his good games. Yeah. He's got better players with him. He's not expected to be that guy.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
What you're saying. Yeah,
some man can't be that guy, you know.
Lingard was always better when he went under the radar.
Some man, look at them ones. All right, then. If you even look at his goals, it's link up play, it's running, it's movement. When you can't expect him to pick up the ball and dribble past man. He's not that player. He's not a dribbler.
That's a fair point.
Give him a 1-2 or give you a good pass and he'll get it back and he'll put it in if someone's there. But we're not playing his type of football. He would thrive at somewhere like I don't really want to say this, but Arsenal, attacking wise,
where they link up,
where they link up
with the 1-2,
you know what I mean. He'd thrive at that because when we play that football, he looks like one of our best players.
He does, because one thing he does technically, he is very good. Like from a sheer technical standpoint, like his touch, his passing, that type of thing. Good movement as well, and he's a good passer.
Yeah, but it's when you've got static front men and you're expecting him to beat this man, beat that man, and you know, whip it in or put through some killer through ball with enough techers on it so that it stops just before my man needs to shoot. Come on, man. It's being unrealistic. You get me? But I don't care, you know. My man, and I'll say this one, Lingard, has been one of our best players over the past 5 years. Tell me not.
I would agree
scoring in finals.
Yeah.
You get me?
I'd agree with you.
Man's basically
Minus
winning
this season.
trophies.
I would agree with you minus this season.
Yeah, minus this season. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, this season has not been good.
Assist and this and that and that. Yeah. But
because this guy was scoring volleys in FA Cup final.
come on,
And he scored in a lot of big games as well.
Big game player,
That's
man.
literally what I was just about to say.
Yeah,
he always scores in the big games.
Big game player, man.
Anfield. He scored obviously at Arsenal twice. I love that, yo. I love that, yo.
it.
I love trolling Arsenal fans. They get so mad.
Enough love to my Arsenal fans though, Kai. You know what? The Arsenal fans have been supporting me still on the thing.
Salute to the ones
you know what I mean?
To the Arsenal.
He's a kind of, you know what I mean? He's a bit.
But yeah, so let's see if United kick on, but I doubt it.
Nah, you know what? I think if he continues to let them play in this fashion, we have. I think we'll have a chance against anyone. Maybe when we get to them big teams and he goes back to them Liverpool tactics. Maybe that's what we might have to do in the big games. That 3-5-2. Yeah, that might be something we have to do.
I still trust this guy. We'll go on.
I think how we're playing now, how he's literally, you know what it is as well, and I'll give a big mention to Rashford as well, because everyone was on him when he's like, oh, you know, he's doing this, he's doing that. Yeah, he's carrying a team, bro. He's 22. Yeah. What top team has a 22-year-old carrying them?
That's what. Yeah,
not one, bro. Not one.
With us is. Because Martial is now the guy we look to.
Yeah, because obviously, you see what it is.
Martial's
the workload's been split. Do you get what I'm saying?
I hear you. He's a lesser, and he's not a 9 either.
The workload's been split, man. So that's why he's now. Look, if you look at it, it shows 6 goals in 6 games.
Props to him, innit? Let's hope it continues.
Yeah, man.
I love to be wrong about Oli. Let's hope it continues.
Yeah, man. Ronaldo.
So let's move on to the Arsenal game.
Want to talk about check you going on to the
Arsenal
out here springing up surprises.
Did Arsenal play this week?
Now we got to ruffle through the sheets and that. You get me?
Yeah. Second.
Now we got to ruffle through that. Let's talk about the Arsenal game.
Yeah, they played second in the league.
They did play second.
I forgot why this guy wants to talk about this game, bro.
You know what?
I beg.
I will come on here and say it and be like, they do have a potential to finish top 4, and that's not so much so in terms of. I think they are a good side, but the lack of quality around them. Like, I asked this question now before we get onto that game. Who is the 3rd and 4th best teams in the Premier League?
At the moment, it's Leicester and Chelsea.
Yeah.
At the moment.
And there too. And Chelsea are a side we know have deficiencies. Yeah. And Leicester are a side we know have deficiencies.
Yeah.
And then I thought about this when I was watching Liverpool City, and I was like, there's just a lack of quality in world football. Liverpool and City are probably, as much as it pains me to admit it, used to are number 1 and 2 in the world. And
Barca aren't there now.
And the thing is, Barca are not
Real Madrid ain't there.
They fell off.
PSG ain't there. Bayern ain't, say nothing.
And I'm looking at Liverpool and City. Yes, use our number 1 and number 2, whatever order you want to put it in. Number 1 and number 2, the best in the world, and use the 2 teams with obvious deficiencies. And then if you look at the 3rd and 4th, 5th best teams in the world, they lack quality. Like, who is the 3rd best?
Do you know what it is?
Barcelona?
Do you know what it comes down to?
Go on.
See, like, and I was saying this to my son, my son not too long ago. I said, back in the day, there was 10 world-class strikers, 10 world-class wingers, 10 bad boy centre mids, centre-backs galore. You know what I mean? Football's not the same.
There is a lack of quality defenders. There is a major lack of quality defenders.
And you see and this is why as well, a lot of people are like, oh, you know, Ronaldo and Messi are GOATs. Don't get me wrong, the GOATs, brother, the GOATs, yeah.
I think they're GOATs when it comes to consistency. I don't think
consistency, but you see the defenders, what they're playing against.
They're not of the level of the defenders.
They're not of the level of back in the day.
I hear that.
You know what I mean? Every big team had. All right, who's the best centre back in the world at the moment?
Van Dijk.
Yeah, probably Van Dijk.
Okay, we'll go with that. Yeah. Every team had a Van Dijk. Every big team had a person like that.
Someone of that.
Yeah, so for example, AC Milan, Nesta, Maldini.
Stam on the bench.
Imagine,
you know
but if you put a Nesta, a Maldini, a Stam in their prime in today's world football, they're the best 3.
That team's not getting beat.
The old Barcelona, Puyol.
This is what I'm saying. So that's what I like. So
everyone had one man like that.
And look, as much as I hate to admit it, the best centre-back pairing I've ever seen, Vidic and Ferdinand.
This is what I'm saying.
Nah, trust me.
So like, I'm saying all that to say this in terms of, because I overlooked the lack of quality in the Premier League. So when I'm saying Leicester can't finish in the top 4, now I look at it and I'm like,
that was the whole point I was trying to make.
Yeah, you made
because there's nobody.
It was wrong. Because I'm like, who is this?
Because the thing
Sheffield
about
United are 5th.
Because to think about it, Leicester's one of them teams where if you're not fully at it, they will catch you and they'll hurt you in several different ways. You've got Maddison. Can score goals.
Yeah, we'll get onto the
game. Can find passes. Vardy score for fun. Pereira at right back. Chilwell at left back.
See, that's the only issue I think I have with them is I'm looking at their team and people was comparing the 2 the Leicester team that won the league.
And I'm
like,
I don't think it's
not
fair
comparing it. No, because people were comparing it and said, because Gary Lineker put out a tweet and said this side is better than that one, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, I think the side that won the title had more. You add Mahrez in, had more goals. I'm looking at if Vardy gets injured. You said this. If Vardy gets injured, where are the goals going to come from? Maybe Maddison. I don't think Perez will score enough goals like that. Barnes, I don't think Barnes will.
But see that 1 second. You see that season when they won the league. If Vardy got injured, they had my brother, that Ajoa, that tall brother, and he was a different type of striker. And so then he's scoring.
And then he had Okazaki as well.
Yeah, they had a bit more.
That's how I'm looking at it.
They weren't as good as Vardy, but you could actually rely on them for a goal. Do you get what I'm saying? Now with this team, if Vardy gets injured, they're done. You get what I mean? They're another team. They're in. You know what? They're in the ilk of Liverpool, I think, where they've got a very good starting 11. Yeah. Do you get what I mean? Beyond that, it's a bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and one thing as well. Don't get me wrong. They reminded me of that title-winning team in that game against Arsenal.
The issue is, I think I've take the Leicester team now and that one here. They don't finish above this City or Liverpool side. I think that's the difference.
Oh, no. Don't get me wrong.
That's why I don't think they'll win the league.
No, they won't win the league this year.
I'm not talking about winning the league. My whole point was top four. Because if you look at the teams that are in and around them, I'm not being funny. They beat Arsenal. I don't see Arsenal as a threat. Yeah. You man are still trying to get your stuff together, which I do think you will.
We beat them though.
Yeah, because we do well against top teams. That's why. It's the Bournemouths and Newcastles and West Hams
and that's why I'm happy with the last result. But
but this is what I'm saying. So because you man are still trying to find your feet and get some rhythm going, which it looks like you are.
We're on our back and can't roll over.
No, but do you know what I mean? So it's like, who are the real threats that Sheffield United ain't going to stay there?
No, do you know what it is? Don't get me wrong. No. I think they'll probably beat most teams. They'll definitely beat most teams in the league. Yeah. But you see where they might falter? It's if I've not looked at their fixtures. Yeah. But I don't think right now, if they play, just for instance, Chelsea, City, and then someone else after that, it's the big team, it's the big games which is going to define their season. You know what? I'll come to you both January, halfway through when they've played everyone, and I might change, but I still think what they're doing is blowing away teams they should be, and I include Arsenal in that category simply because, and this one's for the Arsenal fans.
Dead.
That it's not even like they're not dead. It's the manager.
The manager
is a big part of it.
And that's what makes them dead.
I think it's similar.
Everything comes from him.
I think it's similar to the same issues that I have as a United fan with Ollie. Yeah. Obviously, the players should be doing better, but I think the manager, Emery should be. He's not using his tools to his best of his ability.
Man can say what they want about Pepe, but if you buy a man for 72 million, you play him every match. You've got to play him. And you've got to play him in his right position. And you know what as well? The fact that they went to Leicester and played 3-5-2. Wow.
And he played Aubameyang and Lacazette as split strikers and Ozil as a false nine.
He undermined himself, man.
But no, he's playing Kolasinac when you got Tierney.
Nah, but all right then. For me, you play. If you want to play the back three, slap Kolasinac, left centre back, left side of that back three, Tierney on. It's a bit more positive.
It's a bit more balanced as well.
Yeah, I hear that. Because then your fullbacks are bombing then. But then it's like he's I don't know, he's scared.
I hear that.
He's scared. He doesn't. You know what it is? It shows he don't trust his players. For you to go there and play a 3-5-2. Which a formation, and I can't remember when he's not played it for, but he's not played it for a long time since something mad like January or something.
Long time he's not played it for. You're right.
So to go there and play that, you're not confident in your players. Yeah.
And shout out to Gary Lineker as well on Match of the Day, because when he was introducing it, and I don't know if you two seen the clip, and he was like, what was the quote? He was like, yeah, this next matchup is a genuine battle for top 4 and Arsenal. Love you.
Nah, man. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I don't like seeing. All right, then you see like all these other fans probably love seeing United how we are now. Yeah. I don't like seeing Arsenal like that.
Nah, I love it, man.
Nah, I don't. Don't get me wrong. I like having a laugh out of him, but I like the good rivalry. I like to come and play. I want us to play them how it used to be.
Oh, when it was high up.
Yeah, because like you're saying, the lack of quality. I want it back where it was like a. Not even the key. I mean, like, you know, in terms of the league, everyone's kind of fell off. You know, like we're saying, there's no competition for Leicester. Really and truly, Leicester shouldn't be there.
They shouldn't be.
Leicester shouldn't be there. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Sheffield United shouldn't be there.
Now, do you get what I mean? No, they shouldn't be there.
I fully agree with what you said.
The amount of teams that we have, these are big teams, you know.
Shout out to Brendan Rodgers because again, Leicester scored a goal straight off the Vardy goal.
Did you see the Vardy goal?
Yo, like the play was like the great like. I've got it here in it.
You know what it is? I rate him. He plays to his strengths. That's what that last manager didn't do.
You don't understand what I was trying to say to you. I've seen Brendan Rodgers firsthand. He will get them playing football. Yeah. And that's exactly
what that last manager didn't do. He tried to...
that club who else?
Yeah, it was Barnes.
Man's tried to get...
Tillemans and then Tillemans knocked into Vardy. I seen it and I was like... This was like York and it was like the one he scored.
But didn't you see the defending though from Arsenal? They had 4 man around.
Yeah, but that's a Arsenal for you.
Bro, 4 man around one player, you know.
They're a banter club.
Who's my man to have 4 man around?
An elite banter club. Remember when he went to City last year and they conceded a goal with 11 men behind the ball? That's them for you.
Yeah, that's mad that.
Like,
you know what it is?
We are, they just won't let us.
You know what? As bad as we are, do you know what our problem is? It's not really defensively, you know. It's scoring goals. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're probably these matches we're losing. People are probably nicking a goal against us, and then we're just not scoring. Do you get what I mean? But Arsenal, it's defensively they're horrible.
Yo, let's
calm down. What next game? What game?
I was going to say let's move on to the other North London banter club this season. What are they doing?
Yo, you know what it is with you know what's happened to Poch?
Right, no, wait.
You know, go on.
Have you seen the VAR from this? I said it in the group
yeah.
I probably got an unpopular opinion on
this to me.
No, what, the offside?
What was it? His big toe was offside.
Big toe, he was offside.
No, it's not. Because if you look where the line is, it goes through his head. You can score with your head. How is he offside?
But 1 second, what I'm saying, this brings me back to the other one.
His toe was offside, Joe.
So all right then.
I'll show you now.
If man are going to the lengths to say his big toe's offside, then in the Liverpool game, that handball's a handball. Then do you understand? If you're being that stringent with it to say you're looking to say man's big toe is offside,
and the thing
then handball's a handball. Right. You've got to be that with every decision and every game. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. It sounds silly because we're saying his big toe is offside, but yo, his big toe was offside.
So
it is offside. Show me in it.
So I'll show you this. Look where the toe is. Black line. Where does the black line go?
For the people listening, Stroll is just
through my man's head.
Yeah, it goes through my man's head. So how's he offside? You can score with your head.
He's onside then.
What do you mean? Is
the black line goes through his head, so he can't be offside. Look at the defender.
Oh yeah, I never spotted that. Still, wait.
Yeah,
I'm confused. Yo, this is confusing.
So the black line is where his big toe is, which is what they were saying are offside. But if you follow the black line down, it goes through the defender's head, which I think is for Tongan. So he's not offside.
Do you know what I think?
So how did he get this wrong? How are they getting offside wrong?
You know why?
Go on.
It's on the spot. You know, it's on the spot.
There's so much pressure to get it done as quickly as possible.
I never realised when I've seen it. I never looked down, and now I'm looking at it. I'm like, yo, the black line is legit going through with Tongan's head.
So we can't be offside.
Wait,
so therefore, that's a fair goal.
I'm having a look.
Come on now. It is honestly, this is
going through his head, isn't it?
Yeah,
from when it goes through his head, it's fingy. You know what I'm saying?
They messing up simple stuff there.
So the Firmino one, Aston Villa, that one. Like, how'd you get that wrong? I can see that clear as day. But
do you know what it comes down to as well? I didn't see if the referee did that in this match. So if he did, you know, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. But is the referee not going to look at that?
No,
because if you go look at that, it's clear. If we can see that on a mobile phone, bro, and he's got that on a screen,
he's got that on a big 64
live time. You're telling me he can't just go like that and go? That would have been a quick one, you know. That would have been a quick one. That would have been
some grounds.
That would have been a quick one.
Some grounds.
You know what? Because these like idiots.
Whoa, 1 second. Some grounds haven't got the telly.
Nope.
Then what go on for the thing?
Have you seen the telly at United?
What go on for the then it shouldn't be thingy then?
No, the trick question. Have you seen the telly at United?
Nah, what telly? What we talking about?
No, you know where the ref goes to look at it.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, refs don't look at it over here.
No, but 1 second. If they all don't have it, you can't be using the thing.
Because that's what he did in the was it the Euros?
Yeah, in the Euros. World Cup. And look how well it
World Cup it was.
If you don't all have it, how can we say that VAR's fair if everyone ain't got the resources?
So legit. So you look at Everton. I've not seen it at Everton. When we played you, didn't see it at your ground. I've seen it at our ground once. Not every ground's got it because
they must have.
But the thing is, even if they have or they haven't.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. Because the Premier League referees were told, and because Gary Neville and Carragher went to Stockley Park and they did the whole thing about VAR, and that's when they said, look, I don't think they're going to overturn referees. They were told that they're not using it how they use it in Europe, and the Premier League referees were told not to go to the screen.
Well, then it's all. Then it goes back to my point. Then it's match fixing, because if it's only at certain grounds,
fam, it's not even match fixing. You know why? Because These lot don't even check it. And you know what it is? We are giving them too much credit. Like, these lot couldn't match fix anything. You know what it is? They just making bad errors. Did you see?
Yeah, just idiot.
Did you see the Gwen? just idiot. Yeah, that's what it is. They just daft. Vuj said it on Poet and Vuj, and he was like, with VAR, he was like, I don't even think that there's referees in the, what's it called? You know, where is it at? What's the place called?
Stockley Park.
At Stockley Park. I don't even think he's there. I think there's a big wheel with all different decisions on it, and he spin it like wheel.
Didn't you see that one?
Did
you see that one in La Liga?
Real Madrid. It's the Real Madrid game. So Real Madrid conceded, and they went to check VAR, right? And I was literally just about to get it up. That's why I'm on the internet. So then, the goal got disallowed from I think it was Levante or a team like that. Yeah. Anyway. They then go and score again, check VAR again, and it actually tried to do a split screen of what the pitch was showing, the VAR room and the referee. Problem was when he went into the VAR room, there was no one in there.
There was no one in there, bro. There was no one in there, bro. And then they flicked it back quick, you know.
Oh, you mean that went off the telly so
I thought, what?
So check, I'll show you now.
No one in the room.
Brother, CO3 in this room now, bro. CO3 in this room now. There's a camera in that top corner. We walk out the door. Not even we walk out the door.
Check the room.
It's not even we walk out the door. We were never in here.
Check the room.
We were never in here.
No one in the room.
You get me, bro?
So who's giving that decision?
I seen that and I went,
I'm telling you, man, they just clicking random,
No. You're telling me I want it match. That's match fixing then, bro. That's match fixing. Because you're saying someone who's not there made a decision.
My man just went for a coffee or something, innit?
Nah, but you know what it is though as well?
My man went for a coffee, fam. You get.
You know what? I don't want to make it a VAR show.
You went for some, He went, VAR's a hot topic.
It's a hot topic though, innit?
Like the VAR. How did they? That's hilarious. That I didn't know that. Oh, I love stuff like that.
But you know what it is as well?
Man knew, you know. I was literally about to get it on
because every time I hear it and I see VAR.
That's the actual picture.
Oh my god, yo!
So
did that go live on
on the telly? That's how we know, fam. I'm talking, you watching the match and it's disallowed, and then they go to the room and it's like they must have thought there's gonna be 3 man like.
And no one in there, brother. On my life, it went live on the telly, and 2 seconds later it went
it just went boom, boom.
You knew they were getting that.
The man got scared.
Like, oh no, this ain't good.
You get me?
Idiots,
that's what I'm saying. It's a joke thing.
No, you can't make this up.
Yo, I swear to you, bro. Yo, YouTube it tonight. You'll probably have that clip there.
Yo, I'm gonna put it in the group chat later. It's my favourite thing ever.
I can't believe they got to the VAR room and there was nobody in.
So, anyway,
even back to this match though, yeah. One thing I'm gonna say, and I've been saying this for a while, yeah. People,
Spurs,
Spurs chef, yeah. I've been saying this for a while, and man hated on me when I'm saying it, but check this one. I'm gonna be very controversial. Harry Kane's done. He's washed. He's not no legs no more.
You reckon he's done like that?
He's got no legs, bro. You see, all right then. You see when you're as a striker, number 9, yeah. First thing, most number 9s, modern era, pace, yeah. Finishing, movement, Once you lose these attributes, it's probably around the age of 30, innit? Yeah.
Depending on how you look after yourself.
And you start dropping back, innit? He looks to me now like he's ready to play number 10, bro.
The thing is,
he's not got that yard. He's not got that yard no more. I think
I've said this for a while. They are a better side when Son plays up top.
Yeah, he's not got that yard.
It's more of a problem. And don't get me wrong, like I still rate Harry Kane.
He offers you the threat in behind. Yeah, so then the defenders have to sit back so they can't press
I think it would work if Kane as a 10 playing off Son.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, bro.
Like, Kane's still
if there's a shot, if someone needs to shoot, Kane can shoot for the world. He's a bagsman, as man say. He's a bagsman. You know what I'm saying? But got no pace, bro.
Yeah, he doesn't have no pace.
He looks like he looks out of shape.
One thing he does have though is, even though he don't have pace, one thing that it's not a substitute, but it helps. He does have good movement.
Yeah, movement. His movement and his positioning isn't questioned.
But he has to be good at that because of the lack of pace.
You know what it is? He's never been lightning quick.
He's never been quick.
So you see when you lose that pace, playing in that position, you're a lot. He's a lot. He's probably one of the. Apart from his position in the movement, if you as a defender's got good position in the movement, he's very easy to defend against. He's not going to drop a shoulder and do some step overs, is he?
That's why when Spurs come to Old Trafford, even though I rate Kane highly, he doesn't worry me on that big pitch.
Nah, Kane.
Especially if you're playing a high line because you know he's not.
Like, I'm telling you, if you give him a chance.
We played him the other week, and apart from that one where it got deflected and he's tapped it in, it was non-existent.
That's his type of goals now.
Yeah.
Predator. Poacher. You get me? He's gone from being a dynamic type of number 9. He's gone to like a posh Chicharito.
Nah. So,
You know what I'm saying?
So he's Michael Owen. Michael Owen done his hamstring, and he's not.
Yeah. He looks like that, bro. He looks like that to me. That's what Kane looks like now. Don't get me wrong. You know that if my man gets a chance, he's probably gonna bite it. Not even 1-on-1. Even if he's got a yard, he could still bend it round that defender.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? But he's not got anything. But otherwise than that, Tottenham as well.
But I'm
big shouts to Sheffield United again. No,
I'm looking at this top 11. I ain't seen Tottenham anywhere, man. Where 13, 14?
Here's the thing with Spurs. We'll get onto that because I still rate Poch. The thing is, they've just come to the end of the road. They've done, innit?
What do you mean? Right, so do you mean
when I say they've come to the end of the road, like with that squad, because
I think it's the squad and the manager.
The squad, they've reached.
He should have went when he wanted to go. He wanted to go at the Champions League final.
He was never going
to
top.
Took that United job.
Yeah, 1000%.
At the end of the season, he should have turned around to your board and said, "Look, I'm going to see how far I get in the Champions League. End of the season, win, lose or draw.
I think the problem.
I'll sign.
I think the problem is with that. That would have probably been the plan, but because Ollie did so well, we couldn't not give him a chance.
Yo, they're in 14th.
Yeah. I'm not saying but even with him,
I can't talk about. We just got to 7th.
Even with him not coming to United, he still could have left, took a year out, and then come back. I still think
Madrid and all them man there wanted him, and you know what I'm saying.
I still think he'll come back.
Don't get me wrong, he is a big manager.
Yeah, of course.
Tottenham will. You know what Tottenham have done? That's like. This is Tottenham's equivalent. Getting to the Champions League final. Yeah. That's their like Leicester. Like Leicester won the league.
Yeah,
That's their Tottenham ain't never going to win no league.
Yeah, they wouldn't.
Really and truly, if they would have beat you in that final, that would have been like probably man would have said that's the greatest Tottenham team ever. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's true.
Do you get what I'm saying?
That is true.
Because that's the type of they don't win nothing, bro.
Yeah, they don't win.
So picture the scenario. Like for example, you be walking through Manchester, Arndale, or the Trafford Centre, and you see a fire chick, and she's with some dead man.
I don't even know about this. My missus is listening.
So. This is the equivalent. So this is the equivalent of Tottenham and Poch.
I've said, you know what? Before
Tottenham are just bringing him down.
Go. Yeah,
and they just lower his standard.
Yeah.
That's what
he's reached it. It's like the relationship was working, and then man's.
You know what it is as well.
Man are like, right, why am I with you?
You know what it is.
And then just
you know what it is with them. They should have never, ever got that ground.
The thing is, we get in the ground because they wanted the money, but they still should have backed him.
Don't get me wrong, I've been to Old White Hart Lane and I went to watch a match, bro, one sec stroke, and I had a pole in my blood clot view, bro. Sorry for the language. Man couldn't see nothing, Man had a pole in my face, yeah.
You had to do this.
Man's watching the match. Me and my brother swear down, bro. We're watching a match like this, looking like idiot, bending around every 2 minutes. Ooh, that's how we're going on, Swear down. So I know why they got the new ground, because the old ground was coming like some. It felt to me like I went to a FA Cup fixture, and
like old school.
They've just done what Arsenal did.
Yeah. Exactly. They've done what Arsenal did, and it's backfired because all that money they spent.
Look at how much of a mess it left Arsenal in.
All that money they spent. I'm telling you, man will be. All right then, check this one out. You ask these Tottenham fans whether they want the new ground or whether they would have better players and have to bend the head around them same poles. Man are bending the head, bro.
I said this, Poch overachieved with them. They weren't supposed to be in the Champions League final. No. They weren't supposed to be in any title races. They weren't supposed to be there.
I think if they didn't get that far in there, he goes at the end of that season.
Probably.
I agree.
But I want to see him from a United standpoint get sacked from Spurs because I want him at United.
I don't think he'll come us. I don't know what it is. I don't know. No. I'm not saying that.
Why not now?
No. I'm not saying that he wouldn't want to. I just see him as like I don't know. I can just see him in Italy. He strikes me as a Serie A manager.
He does have Spanish Serie A.
Nah, I don't think. If he was to go Spain, if he's go Spain, it's got to be Madrid. I don't think he's not Barcelona type. Yeah, but I see him Italy. I see him in Italy
because he's
Serie A.
Like Juventus as a team.
Pragmatic because he's a pragmatic. Even though he does play offensive, he is very calculated. That's the word.
Yes, that's that Italian type.
They're calculated.
Yeah,
like
do you know what I mean? He loves. If you not noticed, he loves that diamond. He loves centre midfielders. He loves his defensive midfielder, 2 centre mids, and that's Italy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a good point. That's a great point.
And then we'll just quickly fly through these.
Yeah, because the rest of the games were dry.
Wolves 2-1.
Neves though, that finish. Woo!
You know what? Yeah, he always does that though, innit? He's that type of player, innit?
Yeah, that was a
he's got that in the locker.
That was a finish.
That was the so that was Wolves Villa derby, innit?
Yeah. Moving on to the relegation battle, Everton and Southampton.
Richarlison, even though I don't rate him, scored a good goal.
I like him though,
I really don't.
I like him. There's something about him.
I don't rate him at all.
There's something about what it reminds me of.
Go on.
Do you remember like back in the day after Ronaldo, big Ronaldo, Brazilian Ronaldo, the real one,
the legend Ronaldo.
Yeah, when he like left, and then you had all these type of like half good Brazilian strikers, like you remember old school Fred.
Oh yeah,
and them and there. He reminds me of one of them. They're not there.
Yeah.
But they're not far.
I said Fred, I remember Fred.
Remember that? He was, nah, you know what? I'm lying. Fred was a bad man. Fred was a bad man.
I just remember him getting slated in whatever World Cup he played in.
He's one of them. You know, Brazilians. They get these strikers every so long that just hold up the fort till the next man comes. You know what I'm saying?
South African one, it was 2010.
That's what it is. He's just going to be one of them who holds it up till the next Brazilian comes.
Yeah, I remember him taking it back. Talk about Chelsea Crystal Palace.
Good result.
You know what?
The goal again. I keep saying this.
Man.
Yo. Does my man not remind you of Does he not just remind you of Hazard?
Who? Pulisic?
I'm not saying the whole package. I mean the dribbling, the low centre. He just goes at him.
Yo, he's tiny as well. Did you see him in that interview?
He just runs at you.
I can't believe how small he was. I was like, wow, this kid is literally about 4 foot tall.
I'll be real. He looks to be more of a goal scorer than Hazard.
I think maybe because Hazard has played. He played under Sarri. He played under Mourinho.
Yeah, not the best.
Playing
to get
Conte,
the best
he's
out
playing under again. Calculated, but not in a bad way. Pragmatic managers, whereas Lampard's like expressed like the flick from Willian for Abraham's goal.
Yeah.
I was like
Abraham as well. Got to give it to Abraham as well.
He's got Jorginho playing,
and even that.
I
like that right back. Reece James.
Oh yeah, you see how good he was.
Man's built, bro. Is he not built like someone's dad?
Yo, he looks like a grown man.
Yeah, he looks like a 35-year-old man. Look like he just done time. Look like he done hard time and a lot of time in the gym. That's what he looks like.
He was at Wigan last year and he was unbelievable.
But when he was at Wigan, I remember seeing him and I was thinking, and I was saying, he'll be good at Chelsea. And I was thinking, they're not going to play him. Do you get what I mean? And I think it's a good job they got Lampard in, because I think another manager
wouldn't have played him. Another foreign manager or something. And that's one thing why just one quick point. Yeah. It's good to have English managers in the English game. They'll play the English players. Do you know what I mean? What result this was for Burnley? 3-0.
Nah. This was.
Where did this go on?
This was Burnley 3. This was Burnley 3. Roberto 0. Yeah. That goalkeeper, basically everything was his fault. Nah, seriously, everything. The first goal, he put him under. Can't remember if it was the first one, but
second one.
Second one, he put him under pressure with the throw out. Even the first one, it's like a bit. You come in a proper keeper commands that area.
Yeah. So the first one is a mistake for, and then basically Wood scores an unbelievable header.
Why did the keeper throw it out to the centre back there?
Yeah.
The centre back should do better, but why is the keeper?
Pressure. You just put him under pressure
because he's trying to. Because he knows he's had a mistake for the first one. I think he's trying to do something, and he's watched the likes of Edison and
but come on, man. Why just because his name's a bit tropical? What kind of Roberto? Yeah, I don't mean you're one of these man, bro.
No, but you know what I mean. He's just trying to make up his mistake, and then he's just made it even worse.
You can't think, Carl, you're from the same place. You can do them things there. You know what I'm saying? You don't see Fred. You don't see Fred trying to do Maradona and this and that. Man knows I'm a Brazilian, but I'm a bargain bin Brazilian. I'll do my little. You know what I mean? I'll do my little bits. You know what I'm saying?
United always seems to find one of them. One of them Brazil like Bebe.
Nah, he was Portuguese. He was home. Nah, I know what you mean. You're talking about the.
You know what it is with
Cleberson? That was it.
No. Come on, Cleberson was a bad boy in that World Cup before we bought him, bro.
Yeah, he's one of them. He put himself in the shop window and back onto the Burnley game. One of the goals that got ruled out for VAR.
That header was ridiculous.
Where did this McNeil come from with these crosses?
Yo, old school. You know what he is.
Remember, he came through there.
Remember him? He played against us last season. He did very well.
You know what?
He came through there. You play well, so I'll
probably. You know what it is? He's a throwback winger, isn't he?
Yo,
he's not one of these. He's not gonna take it to the byline and cut it across. My man's looking that inch, just that.
So not saying he's of the same mould or is that anyway? Is Beckham-esque? So he's not got a pace to beat
I understand what you mean. Yeah.
He'll literally just get the ball out of his feet.
Yeah.
Well, now the principle wise, he's get it out of my feet, find the yard, whip it.
I mean, yeah. Old school. That's what I'm saying. You know what he is? He's not a winger.
Yeah.
He's a left midfielder.
You
understand what I'm saying? He's not a left winger. He's a left midfielder. He needs a 4-4-2. You can't 4-4-3, my man.
Yeah, 4-4-2.
It won't work.
He's a left midfielder. Yeah. He'll get back and help. He'll get back.
Yeah. Good young player. English as well. Another good English young player.
And then moving on to the Friday night game, which is Norwich, man.
That was another relegation.
I ain't gonna lie,
season, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Come on, you see at the start of the season, I was thinking Norwich. Pookie was doing his thing. Now they're looking a bit. They're looking a bit.
No, there's no service.
They're looking a bit in trouble.
Non-existent.
I didn't watch. I watched the highlights, I didn't watch the game.
That's the only one for them who has that spark. Is that kid I said last week? Cantwell. Yeah, every time I see, he looks like he's only young as well, but he's the one who's trying to do something. Do you know what I mean? A lot of them, but it's one of them. You know, when these teams come up, you've kind of got to invest. You know, you can't really.
Norwich didn't invest much. You look at Aston Villa; they invested.
You have to invest.
You can't come up and think you can hit the big leagues and
And if you don't invest, you have to come up with a
game plan.
You have to be
Like
Sheffield United.
Yes, exactly. You
have to be a bit pragmatic and be like, we can't play these teams. We can't do all that.
That's what I'm saying. But it's one of them, with Norwich. They've got, what it is? They've got one or two good players, and if they get relegated, especially them. Pookie will get picked up. I think that Cantwell will, and I think them fullbacks will.
Yeah,
they're very young.
Lewis is a good player.
Lewis and Aarons. I think they'll get picked up just because of the age. Maybe even that Buendia or whatever. Just because he's Spanish and he can do a step over and them. One of them man there.
What bargain from another bargain from Brazil?
Yeah. You know what I mean? They can do. You know what it is with some players. When the ball comes to you, this is what you need to do.
Yeah, go on.
Just that there shimmy. Do that shimmy and pass the ball off. Score about 5 goals. 4 assists, you get in a move.
Yo, wait, hold up. Do that again. Do that again.
Yeah. Told you. Watch you. 5 goals, 3 assists.
5 goals in the shimmy.
However many. You get in a move.
Missing from my game to get picked up. I just need to do the shimmy.
If you're at a dead team,
about to do that in the club, innit?
If you're at a dead team in the Prem, bro, dead team, you do that. You get a move. I'm telling you get a move.
Like what? Like Perez from Newcastle to
Leicester? Yes, brother. This is what I'm talking. These man do a little. You get me? Score 8 goals. Man score 8 goals. You get me? When I'm talking about, like you said, top goal scorer. You stand out, bro.
You do.
Look at the stats, bro. Well. You get me, man. Just doing it
like 30 mil.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you man are stupid.
Say, bro. You man are stupid. Come on, brother. Come on. That's all these man are doing. Man are making livings, yeah.
Now, I'm going to be looking at transfers in the next window.
All right, then. Watch certain players.
Yeah, man's going to be watching YouTube videos just to see
watch certain players. Watch certain players. Because you know what? I feel like you just made a good point with the YouTube videos. I think a lot of men are getting scouted by YouTube nowadays, though.
Have you heard the story of when Souness was Liverpool manager? An agent basically approached him and sent him a video with this guy saying, look, he's meant to be George Weah's nephew.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Bro, the guy never kicked a football in his life.
Yeah, man.
We signed him and he was pants.
Agent power. That's the power of the agents, bro.
So I guarantee a lot of these scouting guys aren't probably going to games and just going, let's just stick to YouTube and see what he looks like.
Yeah, YouTube, man.
Banging player, let's
get me, man. Just drop a 1-2 shoulder. Like I said, all right then. And like you said, you're gonna look out for it. Look out for it the
next one. But Perez, that's what popped into my head because I'm like,
it's like, all right then. It's like my man. It's like my man for Watford. Delafeu is I think he's good though, but the thing what makes him stand out is in that dead team and
he does that.
Man can do a little something. He can dribble.
He scored doing that.
That's what I'm saying. My man will do that. He'll dribble. He'll probably finish with about 10 goals.
And then someone will pick him up.
Man will be like, Delafeu. You know what I mean? Because he stands out in that dead team.
He is bag average as well because he is average. He's bag average.
He might, you know what it is? He's one of them, with better players around him.
He'll be a bit
in ilk of a Lingard.
He might be a bit better. At Everton and he still wasn't like.
Nah, Everton's.
I think he had better players at Everton.
He did, but Everton are weird, bro. Everton, a lot of the time, Everton's team on paper right now is very good.
I hear that.
On paper, Everton always have a good team on paper.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They're not a team. They're just individuals.
A squad. Good squad.
So, before we finish, quick fire. Who are you free getting relegated?
Norwich.
Yeah, Norwich is the first. So now let me backtrack still. Norwich.
Who else is Norwich is down there? I don't even know who else. Yeah, Norwich. One sec.
I'd say.
Trying to see the who's that?
Brighton. I'd say Brighton. Mm-hmm. I don't know where Brighton are at the moment, but I'd say Brighton because they don't really look like they got a lot.
Norwich, Brighton.
Nah, you know what? No.
I think
who my number one is?
West Ham. I think they're in trouble.
Yeah,
Southampton.
Falling. But my number one, Southampton.
That's Southampton. Norwich, Southampton. I'll give you the third one next week.
Right, we didn't even do.
I'm saying Norwich, Southampton, Villa.
What did we miss?
We missed West Ham, you know.
No, we didn't. West Ham with the Burnley game.
Oh yeah, dead ham. Yeah,
so
dead ham.
Salute to everybody who has locked in live. If you are listening to this back, we much appreciate it. Like I said, video clips will be out, so look out for them on the Pi Radio Instagram, my socials, JV socials, and Bloodstraw socials as well. We are looking in the camera right now, smiling. Salute to everybody who locked in. Salute to Pi Radio from a third eye view.